I long time go to my God. Boxing it's pieces my life. A lot of people say, hey, listen, you not take belt heavyweight, you not take belt 4 belt cruiserweight. You know what I say? We'll see. We'll see.
Taken for you to suddenly be linked with a fight with Oleksandr Usyk by His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, for you to be stepping up to headline a Riyadh season show?
But we're here, we're live, we're ready, we've trained, we've been in camp for maybe 14 weeks now, so just ready to rock and roll, to be honest.
Listen, my strategy is win. Enough.
The first press conference for Usyk vs Moses Itauma is official and the stakes couldn't be higher. With the fight confirmed, tensions crackle in the room as both men size each other up. Pride, power, and championship ambition collide, setting the stage for a heavyweight clash fans have been waiting for, full of intensity and raw emotion.
Honestly, I'm not putting too much pressure on the outcome of the fight. I know my game plan, I know what I need to do, so it's just my job to go there and execute. Whatever happens Saturday night, let it be.
Oleksandr Usyk delivers a pointed warning to Moses Itauma and everyone watching. He's calm but firm, showing that experience and strategy back every word. Usyk isn't underestimating his young challenger and makes it clear that any misstep inside the ring will be punished. His presence alone sets a serious, intimidating tone.
Blah 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 blah. It's just a lot of people. Yeah.
Moses Itauma makes it clear he's ready to step onto the world stage. He's confident, hungry, and embracing every challenge thrown his way. Despite the pressure, he emphasizes enjoyment and focus, showing maturity beyond his years. His mindset signals that he's prepared for us experience while carving his own path as a rising heavyweight star.
I've been screaming it, of course. I've been screaming it, but you know, like, I get it. Like, they want to step me up slowly. I'm down for that, you know what I mean? So, listen, I'm just trying to enjoy boxing now.
Johnny Nelson believes this fight could be risky for Moses Itauma's career at this stage. He respects Moses' talent, but warns that taking on Usyk too early might stall the young heavyweight's trajectory. Nelson highlights that Moses represents the future of the division and needs to build carefully. His caution underlines the stakes of this clash while acknowledging Moses' ability to handle elite opposition.
Another rising heavyweight that can dominate a division. Why spoil it? You think, you know what? Sometimes you've got to lose a battle to win a war. So I'd be a bit smart. And I'm not saying he gets turned over by Usyk because you don't know how good this kid is. What I'm saying is, I just won't do it. It's not a risk that because he's the future. Usyk's at the stage where he's probably 1 or 2 fights ready to walk away. Moses is 20 years old, so he's the guy that will actually.
Joe Rogan highlights Moses Itauma's evolution as a fighter. He points to his speed, angles, and technical finesse, suggesting this is a new level performance. Moses is no longer just raw talent. He's becoming a complete unpredictable force. Against Oleksandr Usyk, that agility and skill could be the difference, making him a nightmare to predict inside the ring.
His unbelievable movement, his angles, the way he boxes, his fucking feints and movement, total next.
Tony Bellew stresses Moses Itauma's rising potential while noting size could be a factor. He points out that skill often outweighs natural size, referencing Usyk's dominance over all opponents. Bellew clearly sees Moses as a future star capable of challenging the heavyweight hierarchy. His praise underscores the growing hype and legitimacy behind Moses' ability to upset even the most experienced fighters.
About with Moses is the size, but ultimately, as we've seen now, size becomes irrelevant because look what Oleksandr Usyk's done. This guy's gone out and beaten everyone, including me. He's exceptional. So I don't think Moses is going to be as technically as good as Oleksandr Usyk, but he's the next in line. I think he's the future of the heavyweight division. I think he's an outstanding.
Moses Itauma acknowledges the inherent danger of heavyweight bouts, showing maturity beyond his years. He's aware that one punch can change everything, yet remains composed and focused. That mindset reveals a combination of respect, intelligence, and confidence, signaling he's ready to handle Usyk's experience while imposing his own style and power throughout the fight.
This fight could go early.
Oh man, we're all heavyweights here, man. Any fight can end at any point. So I'm not delusional. I know.
Derek Chisora, veteran heavyweight contender, labels Oleksandr Usyk as a different breed of fighter. He acknowledges the immense challenge Moses Itauma faces, implying that stepping in against Usyk is a monumental task. Chisora's perspective adds weight to the fight, reinforcing that Moses is up against a seasoned elite opponent. Yet, it also elevates Moses as taking on someone Chisora respects shows confidence and ambition. This isn't just hype. It's a young fighter willing to measure himself against the absolute best. The commentary emphasizes that experience meets youth, skill meets potential, and the stakes are monumental.
Usyk's a beast, man. Different beast.
Spencer Oliver puts Moses Itauma on a pedestal, predicting a stylish victory and a world title future. He frames Moses as a prodigy ready to step into elite company, highlighting both talent and composure. Oliver's praise boosts confidence in Moses's ability to compete with Usyk. It's not just about physical skill. It's about strategy, intelligence, and finishing fights decisively. This endorsement signals that insiders see Moses as a legitimate threat capable of shaking the heavyweight division and carving his own legacy, making the press conference tension more than just words.
Because he knows it's last chance saloon for him. He needs the victory here. So, look, we find out just how good Moses Itauma is, I think, on the 16th of August when he boxes Dillian Whyte, because I think he wins it and wins it in style. But everyone they put in front of him so far, he's just dismantled. I think this kid's going to go on.
Adam Smith, analyst and boxing strategist, positions Moses Itauma as a fighter capable of beating most heavyweights already, but recognizes the elite tier of Usyk and Du Bois. This illustrates that Moses is on the cusp of greatness, but still developing. Smith emphasizes potential while acknowledging challenges, underlining that this fight will test Moses in ways smaller opponents have not. It also highlights why the press conference intensity matters. He's stepping into the deep end, ready to prove he belongs, bridging useful promise with calculated ambition against one of the division's most dominant champions.
I think he could beat most heavyweights in the world, with the exception possibly of Usyk and maybe Dubois, possibly AJ. The top 3 or 4, he's not ready for.
Tony Bellew emphasizes Oleksandr Usyk's dominance in market power in the heavyweight division. He's not just a fighter. He's the benchmark everyone chases. For Moses Itauma, stepping up against Usyk isn't only a career-defining challenge. It's a test against the king of the division. Bellew frames Usyk's experience, reputation, and control over matchmaking as both a threat and a measure of Moses' ambition, highlighting the pressure and the opportunity to make a name for himself on a global stage, reinforcing why this press conference is historic.
These guys are begging now for the payday because they know who the king is.
That's right.
And these guys need him. He doesn't need them. Oleksandr Usyk can choose to fight whoever he wants. He is now the draw in the heavyweight division. He is.
Peter Fury underscores Moses Itauma's physical tools, power, strength, and size while cautioning against Usyk's experience, speed, and tactical mastery. He frames the matchup as a collision of raw talent versus seasoned precision. Fury highlights that Moses' abilities are undeniable, but the challenge lies in overcoming Usyk's complete skill set. This makes the press conference exchanges more than bravado. It's a preview of a heavyweight chess match where youth and aggression meet experience and technical brilliance. And every move could define the careers of both fighters.
Dillian Whyte's got the experience. He's also, he can punch, he's strong, he's a big unit. But can he negate the speed, the power and the ferocity of this young heavyweight coming? And he gives angles, he's a good boxer as well. So that's the thing. You've got experience against somebody who's up and coming that hasn't been tested yet because he's so sharp, so deadly.
Adam Smith praises Moses Itauma as a complete heavyweight prospect. He highlights the combination of style, attitude, and physical tools that make Moses extremely hard to handle inside the ring. Smith raises an important question about timing, suggesting that this fight could either accelerate Moses's career or test him prematurely. Despite the risk, Moses' southpaw stance, movement, and power make him a serious challenge for Oleksandr Usyk. Smith's analysis emphasizes that Moses is not just a young fighter taking a big step. He's a calculated athlete ready to impose himself. This builds tension for fans because it frames the fight as a clash between youthful explosiveness and Usyk's seasoned mastery. Timing, skill, and mental toughness will determine if Moses can shock the world or gain invaluable experience for the future of his career.
Moses Itauma, who looks absolutely extraordinary, and for me he ticks all the boxes. I like his attitude, I like his style, southpaw, hard-hitting, moves so well. He's going to be very, very difficult to sort of deter. So it's an interesting one because, yeah, is this too soon for Moses, or is this just the right fight at the right...
Duke McKenzie highlights the potential of Moses Itauma as a future heavyweight wrecking ball if he continues developing. He emphasizes that experience will amplify Moses' natural talent and power, making him a formidable force. At the same time, McKenzie stresses the present dominance of Oleksandr Usyk, acknowledging that nobody currently can touch him. This contrast builds the narrative of youth versus experience, raw talent versus polished mastery. Moses' ambition and skill are undeniable, but the current benchmark is Usyk. McKenzie frames the fight as a learning and testing ground for Moses while giving fans a glimpse of the future when his power and experience combine. The commentary creates suspense because it underlines that Moses has all the ingredients to dominate eventually. But the immediate challenge is immense and requires focus, strategy, and composure against a veteran like Usyk.
Down the line, then you're looking at an absolute wrecking ball. Then he would beat everybody put in front of him.
They said
but
that
nobody's going to. Yeah, nobody's going to beat.
They said Saturday who's going to give him rounds. That's what he was saying. He wanted them out.
Nobody beats Usyk right.
Amir Khan advises caution with Moses' Itauma career, stressing that rushing him into fights against the very best could hinder his long-term development. Khan highlights Moses' young age and the need to gradually expose him to elite opposition. Facing Oleksandr Usyk now is high stakes, but also a valuable experience if approached correctly. The commentary underlines the balance between ambition and patience, showing that Moses has immense talent, but still needs time to fully mature. Khan's perspective adds depth to the narrative, suggesting that while Moses can challenge Usyk, he is still on a journey. Fans are reminded that his growth curve is steep and thrilling to watch, and every fight now is a step toward establishing him among the elite heavyweights of the future.
Old. Let him get to 22, 23 years old, and that's then you start putting him in with the top names in boxing, like the Usyks and like the Wilders or even the Joshuas and the Furies. At the moment, I think you should keep on building him. Let him keep on winning like this.
Gareth A. Davies emphasizes the timing and high stakes surrounding a potential Moses Itauma versus Oleksandr Usyk fight. He highlights that Usyk's legacy and age are critical factors while Moses' opportunity is limited by the clock. The commentary frames the fight as a strategic decision for both men with financial legacy and career implications. Moses is on the brink of a defining moment where a win could skyrocket his career, but a loss could be a major setback. Davies paints a picture of pressure and urgency, showing fans that this is more than just a fight. Timing, negotiation, and career strategy will play as much of a role as skill and athleticism. The narrative builds excitement because the outcome will impact heavyweight history and Moses's future in the division.